We rely on multiple AI models daily. You might use Claude for long-form reasoning, ChatGPT for rapid drafts, and Gemini for web tasks. Because these platforms don't communicate, your workflow is split. Every prompt, generated insight, and solved problem is trapped inside 3 isolated sidebars. Finding a specific answer later requires digging through dozens of default threads labeled New Chat. The exact code or outline you need remains buried. This friction persists because while the models are advanced, the infrastructure to manage them hasn't evolved. This is Tecora. It's a browser extension that unifies your scattered chat histories into a single library. Unlike other memory tools, Tecora is completely local first. There is no Tecora cloud and no back-end syncing your data. Everything stays on your device. You shouldn't have to upload private workflows to a third-party server just to keep them organized. To get started, you only need a Chromium-based browser and an active, logged-in tab for Claude, ChatGPT, or Gemini. There is no Tecora account to create. You don't need a login, and you don't need to configure any API keys. When you first install the extension, the side panel will be empty. To populate the panel, simply click into an active AI chat tab. Tecora's background connects that tab to your local database. It passively reads your chat lists and logs them on device. No manual CSV exports required. The data capture happens invisibly while you work, removing the friction of manual logging entirely. This mockup shows the Tecora side panel. This is your central command hub. By selecting the All Platforms view, you can see conversations from Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini grouped together. From here, you can organize related tasks by creating universal folders. You can also assign tags or pin your essential threads to the top of the list. To make this data readable, Tecora replaces generic site headers with derived titles and displays a one-line preview of the actual conversation. This creates a single chronological feed of your recent activity. You can pick up your exact train of thought and jump right back into the work, no matter which AI you were talking to last. By giving your models shared metadata, Tecora creates a cohesive workspace for multi-model workflows. When you need to retrieve a past outline or code snippet, trying to remember which AI you used to generate it slows you down. Instead of checking 3 different websites, you can press Command-K or Control-K on any supported page. This opens the command palette directly over your active window. Because this palette uses the browser's shadow DOM, it isolates its design from the host page. The interface stays clean and functional without fighting the website's CSS. This diagram shows how the index queries your library. When you type, it searches through your derived titles and the captured message text across all 3 platforms simultaneously. Because the index lives entirely on your device, the results appear instantly. You skip the latency of pinging a remote server. This high-speed recall turns disjointed chats into a permanent, highly accessible knowledge base. A library is only useful if you can take your work with you. You can export any conversation as a standard Markdown file for easy reading. If you need to move to a new machine or reset your browser profile, you can generate a portable JSON archive to restore your entire library. This image displays the advanced zip export function. When you use this, Tecora harvests embedded files, code blocks, and image artifacts. If an asset cannot be fetched, it leaves an honest record in a file called missing.md. True data ownership means having offline, file system-level access to the artifacts you create. As a strict architectural rule, Tecora operates completely without a remote backend. Your private data never leaves your computer's local drive. By combining a unified interface with strict local storage, Tecora delivers the organizational power of a centralized hub without compromising your privacy.